Morning, I'm Jared, your acting buddy. Let's talk acting. Over the years, the idea of a survival job has changed and evolved. When I was in college, the only thing that people kept mentioning was serving, right? Being a waiter or bartender, right? And this works out great. It's a classic survival job, right? The tips mean that sometimes you make more than minimum wage, but it also means sometimes, depending on your setup, you may make less. Capitalism. Now, serving's not the only way to have a survival job, right? A survival job, the main thing is that it gives you the flexibility to do your auditions, and if you get a contract, you can drop it for a couple months, pick it up, come back, right? It also needs to pay your bills. That is a very big one. Why are you doing a survival job if it's not paying your bills, right? Now, a lot of actors have multiple survival jobs, right? I have juggled about 2 to 3 jobs since leaving college. It's exhausting, but you do what you gotta do. So this is the part where we're getting into opinion territory. This is my personal opinion. It is almost impossible to find a steady living as just an actor, right? Acting can pay well on occasion, but for a lot of times the down periods is where we find ourselves struggling the most. That said, I know a lot of people who are even successful actors have other things that they do, right? I've known a lot of the more successful actors that I've met got like a law degree or something and are doing that on the side, or even owning their own business, right? But it is something that they are flexible enough where they can go back and forth, right? You got to figure out what works for you. That's the main thing. You have to figure out what works for you. What works for you may not work for somebody else. Couple options that I have discovered that were not talked a lot were, well, first of all, serving. Second is working at a gym. A gym is an excellent choice of survival job. It doesn't always pay the best, but you have access to a gym as long as you work at the gym. Which is nice because, you're prepping for your auditions and stuff, it's nice to get like a workout in. Another option is writing. I know a lot of actors who dabble in writing, like writing articles for different